Setup-wise, to me, the one thing I want to make sure is that left-hand grip. I think you've got on these ones here better, actually, but that left-hand is a bit more over there. Just a bit more of the logo there on the left hand. If the left thumb can get a bit more round to the right, that will help the elbow function in the way it needs to. If that left wrist is round and under, this elbow it can't bend in that way, so the elbow will then be forced to kind of do.
So the surf gone over more.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That sort of automatically turned to the clubs like a bit more.
Yeah, the club. Okay, relax. There you go. Hold the club there. There you go. No grip there. That's it. What you'll find is when your right hand goes on, as your right hand does this, it's doing that with the club. As your positioning of your right hand, because that's fine with your left hand. Keep the club face and bring your right hand to it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And
that's fine. I want it to be. That's fine. When I'm looking at it at address.
Yeah.
Do I want it to be?
You want to see these two knuckles and that club there. That's pretty square, fair. I mean,
and let's say if that's like it's exactly perpendicular to this.
Yeah.
Do I want it like exactly?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Flat as can be and square. Exactly. You don't need that'll send the ball left, obviously. Now, what a lot of people will do if they're
cheating for something like slice, isn't it?
Exactly. If a golfer's hitting the golf ball over this way, okay, I'm in the ball 25 degrees to the right, I aim the club face 25 degrees to the left. The problem is, as you start playing more and more golf, you get more ability to square the club face up, and the ball starts going left. I mean, where are you aiming, kind of thing. So you get this stuck then. But yeah, grip-wise, is certainly better. I think pressure as well is going to be key. If you're squeezing it tight, your arms can't move. Now, if we look at the one on the left-hand side, I just want to watch these swings in sort of real-time speed. Okay, because this is the one on the right-hand side, about 115. Obviously way off to the right. Okay, so just watch the right hand one there. A lot of ev in that swing. And look at the one on the left, on the right hand side. Sorry. So this is the after the better one now. Okay, so a bit of a practice movement there. Okay. How soft that looked. Exactly. That's the thing. Rather than a big lunge and heave. Now, if you actually look at the swing itself, we sort of sync these together. Okay, and sort of roughly about the same. So. Club's just going back there. Club's going back there. Okay, so one swung effortlessly, one swung harder. Okay, now that one's a lot quicker.
Yeah, the club's not as high. Backswing.
That one went further though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because of better contact. You see. So if we can combine that speed with that movement. Now, if we look at the elbows, that was the key thing post impact. Before, when you came to impact, your left elbow was very, very high, as we can see. Glove hand was still visible, very sort of lifted, like it's also a rocking the baby kind of motion, which we see quite a lot with people with their left arm when they're trying to keep their left arm straight and locking the left arm, and your left arm is quite tense and quite tight. Whereas if we look at this move now, as you come to the golf ball, you can see now your arms. Now, to be fair, that's probably a little bit tucked up, if truth be told, but in reality, I'd rather that position than that position, because at least now you've squared the club face up. So you might say, okay, with that sort of slightly tucked up position, we're going to reduce the distance by 5-10 yards, but it'll go straighter. As opposed to this one, you might get more speed, but with the club face being that far to the right, it's not going to go any further, and it will just go to the right. So you're going to lose direction and obviously contact. Quality of contact. Okay, so working on that left, I would go back and through, as I say, so takeaway was okay, elbows pointing down on the way back, that's fine. As you go through, I just sort of switch to the club. There's a lot smoother transition through here, and we associate smooth as being just soft. Now it was slow because the thing was shorter, okay, but the actual club head speed you created wouldn't have been that much slower, okay. Just on there's a lot of sort of elbow length. If we could do this, go to where the clubs sort of match up. So that's angel swing. So that's going to the top of the back swing. So here we sort of marry these clubs at the same kind of position there, I guess. There. When you come back down, how much slower that one is again, and better contact. So the slower speed, and we get more distance in some way. So we can blend that extra speed with that contact, whoosh, going further. Okay, and going further with a better movement. Okay, without you trying to hit the ball harder. Okay, so swinging that club face now more efficiently, letting the arms and stuff release through. You're putting more speed at the bottom where it needed, rather than up here, and less elbow pulling through. So the club face now is hitting with a flatter face rather than an open face. If you hit with an open face, you're deflecting the ball out anymore, so it's weaker to the right as opposed to hitting the back of it square. Okay, does that kind of make sense here?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I think overall, sort of to summarise there, loosen the grip pressure, and left hand. If you've got a Nike glove on, you want to see the logo at least of that on your left wrist there, okay? That's going to help the forearm and elbow work as they need to work, okay? And then swing-wise now, just think about that left elbow, 100%, okay, on the way through. I think on the forehand, you were there, I'm just thinking about this and trying to do this. Before 10 seconds had gone, you'd mentioned 3 or 4 things. I think that's a lot to think about in a golf swing, okay? If we can keep the thought to a minimum in terms of your sequence, it's set up, you're doing nicely now, slightly further, left hand grip and press. That's some sort of static movement there which you can make quite easily. The second the swing starts, focus on this left elbow now doing that more as opposed to kind of that sort of lifting and pulling through impact this way. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Until people see them swings on camera, they don't really know what they're doing anyway. They can't see it. Right, and that's why I say you can't see a golf swing. A golf swing is a feeling for the individual. So what you felt when you were doing this wasn't actually that. Yeah. Okay. And likewise, when you do this motion here now, it probably doesn't feel like that. It might feel sort of, I don't really exact or whatever it may be. But it's hard to sort of, for someone to get that position, for example, I've got people who try and swing and get the club into that position, but their thought of doing that is trying to stretch the arms further away because they might come through really close. So their feeling to create the same position is completely different to you. Okay, which is why it's all about the own feeling real to the golfer. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to get the clubs into sort of certain positions as best we can, but for individuals, there's going to be a certain feeling that's going to be different to each other. Hence why you can't see someone's feeling, can you?
No. And what's the finish position then on top of that?
Yeah, fine. Just that's fine. Very good. Yeah, exactly. Oh, definitely. That for me, the sort of checkpoints there is number one is the weight distribution on your left hand side, which clearly we can see it is because your right foot's now up on its toe. You're not falling anywhere exactly, which is a good sign. Okay, and basically your chest is sort of turned to target. The club's over your left shoulder. Absolutely fine. I mean, to be fair, with this one, nothing wrong with that. But the fact you hit the golf ball with the face that was wide open to the right created different shots, and you were trying to sort of force and heave and do stuff. Okay, have a couple more then, and we'll see how it goes from there, okay?